Alright guys, I hope everyone's having a wonderful day. Today, I'm going to be opening up some of the new set, Magic the Gathering, Eldritch Moon. Ooh, 15 card booster pack for Magic the Gathering. Right off the bat, it looks like there's some sort of flame hybrid werewolf. Looks like he has embers in his stomach and he's about to just breathe fire. Kind of sneaking through there, very beautiful. Eldritch Moon. I didn't look at the spoilers, but I think 2016 that I heard they're bringing Eldrazi back, which I hope not, and I'm pretty sure that there's probably a Lilianis in here. So let's open it up and see what it's all about. We got the same guy on the pack, Blister of the Coast, Eldritch Moon, very cool. I haven't opened up one of these. I'm not sure if there's flip cards. I assume there are. I kind of hope so. Quite a symbol in the corner there. Almost looks octopus-like or squid-like. I have a galvanic bombardment. It looks like a very interesting picture. I'm trying to figure out what's happening. It looks like he's in quite a bit of pain, and it looks like an electric bolt is hitting him. I'm not quite sure. It looks like he's in a cemetery or something, and he's holding some sort of crazy Bioshock-esque weapon. Very colorful, very brilliant. I really like the fence in the background, the fog, the structure, and then there's this crazy lightning bolt that's like striking, or maybe it's sucking in the machine and he's just going mad with power, and he's about to shoot everyone up with the electric machine. I'm not quite sure. Very interesting art. Can't quite depict what's happening. It's one red, an instant. I'm going to start, I think, reading the flavor text too. Galvanic Bombardment deals X damage to target creature player, where X is 2 plus the number of cards. And Galvanic Bombardment of cards named Galvanic Bombardment in your graveyard. So if you have one of these in your graveyard, it does 3 damage. If you have 0, it does 2 damage. If you have 3 in your graveyard, it would deal 5 damage. Very cool. So it all depends on how many are in your graveyard. Geist-powered devices have no shortage of fuel. So it looks like it's sucking up like a Geist, I guess. Kind of Ghostbusters, and he's going to power it on. Very cool. And yes, I guess they did bring the Eldrazi back. Oh boy, not the greatest, in my opinion. I'm tired of the Eldrazi. I liked it back in the day when there was only a few, and they were far and few in between, and there were only huge beasts that did huge damage. Instead of like a 3/4, there would be like a 34. I don't know, something crazy. But if you like colorless, this is for you. Retched Grif. Interesting picture. It almost has the alien-like mouth, the double mouth coming out. Interesting. It has like horse hooves, and it also has like crab feelers, it looks like. And it also has like wings that look like American or Swiss cheese. Very nice shading. Up front is where you're drawn to the mouth, and then slowly kind of off shades into the background. Very beautiful picture. It almost looks like it still has feathers in its wings. Interesting. Very interesting, ugly looking thing. It's a 7 cost, 7 generic, for a 3/4 with Emerged. I'm not sure what Emerge does. 5 in a blue. You may cast this spell by sacrificing a creature and paying the Emerge cost reduced by that creature's converted mana cost. Okay, so pretty much you can sack a creature and it would count as towards the cost of casting this. And when you cast Retched Grif, draw a card and it has flying. So when you play it, you draw a card and it has flying. Very cool, but pretty cool art. Bummer about the Eldrazi. Looks like a crazy lady or man with crazy fingernails. His sword is falling out. What is he holding in his hand? I'm not sure. Destimer of Blood, 1 and a red. Let's see if I'm saying that correctly. Very interesting perspective, almost like an up angle towards him, a little bit crooked and at an upper angle. You see the very nice tapestry in the background, or the carpet, since it's on the floor, I guess. And very, very vibrant colors. You can tell the depth between the hand, the face, the other hand, the sword, and then the shoes. So they did a quite good job with the depth. The face is very well detailed. Face cam is all over it, and it is the Scepter of the Blood. 1 and a red. Sorcery. Target creature gets +2/+2 and gains trample until end of turn. And it has a madness cost of 1. So if you discard this card into exile, when you do, cast it for its madness cost or put it into your graveyard. So its madness cost is 1 left if something makes you discard it. Very interesting. Very interesting indeed. This looks something cool. Looks like he's giving blessings to the knight's weapon or something. Hopefully protect them in battle and all that. He looks like a clerk. Yep, he's totally a clerk. Crossroads Consecrator. So it looks like he's just a guy waiting at the crossroads between battle and the town, and he just gives out his healing and magic to other people. Great. This really reminds me of a squid for some reason, but still very cool. 1 in a green. First thing you're really drawn to is the white figure, because he is quite brighter, and then you're kind of drawn to him. Then you see the green, and you notice he's like kind of healing or putting some aura over it. It looks like there's a gravestone right there, but graveyards don't have to be scary. Got a beautiful tree in the background, just a little bit of sunlight here, which is great because it doesn't distract you from what's going on over here. You have these 2 guys in the background, or a guy and a gal, and they're just waiting their turn, I guess. Very cool. It is a 1 green creature, human clerk. 1/2 creature. Green and tap. Target attacking human gets +1/+1 until end of turn. May the steel of your blade match the steel in your soul. Very interesting. So he's making it as strong as he is. Yay, I got a zombie. Oh, I like this card. Gavin Le Unhallowed. Very interesting. Looks like it's got an incense burner spinning it, and looks like it's got magic in the other hand. The light in here definitely draws you to the incense burner, then slowly kind of yin-yang light to a different light brings you to the blue hand and shows you what's going on. There's smoke going everywhere, almost no nose on him, so it is probably a zombie. Very interesting art, very beautiful. Gavin Le Unhallowed. 3 in a black creature zombie. It's a 2/4, and it is by Christopher Moeller. Whenever another creature you control dies, put a 1/1 counter on Gavin Le Unhallowed. Very cool. So if you can play a zombie deck with a bunch of tokens or something, and you're going to be killing just a bunch of tokens, you can keep getting him stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. Great Order of Saint Taft. Oh, we entered the church in search of solace, but it became clear we wouldn't find it in there. Yep, if that's supposed to be a church and you see that going on, bad news. Bad news. Ooh, interesting perspective of the picture. Like how it's right up on his arm. It's almost like he's stuck his hands inside of a machine and he's powering it. Looks like he has an Iron Man-esque type core and some green liquid on his back. Maybe some napalm or something crazy, because napalm is supposed to look green, I guess. A thermo alchemist. So he's a fire alchemist. I guess he makes fire, which is, I guess, alchemy. I'm not quite sure. Does convert the chemicals. Very beautiful picture. Lots of background, lots of pipes. Reminds me of Dr. Octopus seeing that. I don't know why. Very cool. Got like a fire. Is his leg on fire? Could possibly. He could be turning into flames. I'm not sure. 1 in a red. Beautiful art. Defender. So he cannot attack. Human Shaman. Tap. Thermo Alchemist deals 1 damage to each opponent. It's a 0/3. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, untap Thermo Alchemist. Madness can touch a mind ignited by genius. Yep. All geniuses are a little bit mad. Very cool. Lovely art. And the art is by Raymond Solwand. Next card I got is a Soldier. Looks like it's going up against some weird Eldrazi. It looks like it's got the tentacles and everything wrapped up. So it's kind of hog-tied, except it's just walking around. You might need to pull out the legs from under it or the tentacles and then just sit on it. Friend Binder or Fiend Binder. 3 and a white. Beautiful picture. The first thing I notice is I want to say this person, even though they're a little bit lighter, they're just such a vibrant color. You see them and then you kind of Realize that she's got ropes in her hands, a crazy blade. She's not even reaching for the blade. She's got the situation under control. And you can see that she has the rope tied around her hand. I like that it's looped around it, so it's not going to let go. Right around the arm, on the legs and the arms, and pretty much just hurting this this creature. This Eldrazi, gross, gnarly creature. That looks like something straight from out of the thing. Beautiful art. And then it is by David Galit. 3 and a white human soldier. When friend binder attacks, tap target creature defending player controls. And it's 3/2, very cool for 4. So whenever you attack, you get to tap a creature that player controls. Very cool. Maybe get through to them or make them not block with it. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I really like this art already, just the way it's weighted with the moon in the background. Almost looks like they're holding the moon. Almost looks like there's some sort of Eldrazi or something. I'm not sure if it was foggy and then she made some sort of blast to unfog it, but this is beautiful art. Very shaded here. The first thing I'm drawn to is honestly probably like the moon, then her hand, then her face, and then I see these weird testicles. Not that, tentacles. And I really like the moon, especially in real life. I really like when you can see the moon in the daytime. I love that. Face camera's trying to get her, but oh well. 1 blue, turn aside. Instant counter target spell that targets a permanent you control. Ooh. That's interesting. That's pretty cool, that's pretty cool, that's pretty cool. That could be useful. Turn aside, I like that card. I got another Alchemist greeting. It looks like the Flame Alchemist brother, and it looks like his flesh has burned off his hand, and he's actually using it Iron Man-like. I'm not sure how his fingers are moving, unless his tendons are still there. This one looks like it has a glove. This one, I think he just forgot the glove on today. Got that weird pack, almost like a pyro, with the pyro gear on. Alchemist greeting. Instead of giving you a warm handshake, he'll give you a warm fire blast. Very beautiful art. Drawn in first by this, then slowly by I see the fog around it, then I also see his white hair drawn into it, flowing in the wind. See the devilish smile on his face, the 3-fingered gloves. His belt doesn't look tied, doesn't look safe. And it's just a really cool picture, and I really like the balance of the red and the blue between the backpack. Very cool. Alchemist greetings, 4 and a red, by Jacob Casper. Casper the Ghost. Sorcery. Alchemist greeting deals 4 damage to target creature for 5 cost, and its madness cost of 1 and a red. So if you end up discarding this card for some reason, by being forced to, you can pay 1 and a red and do 4 damage to target creature, which is pretty cool. Okay, it still feels kind of thick, so I think there are still double-faced cards, which makes me very happy. I got a Rise from the Grave. It looks like I got a Lilianas, I'm guessing. Raising up this huge Reaver, Liliana's Reaver maybe. You look at that headstone, so sunk into the ground. Huge headstone there, smoke there. The first thing I notice is almost her standing there in this powerful stance. Then I notice this beast just kind of like waking up. Very cool, very interesting set logo. I like it. 4 and a black, Rise from the Grave by Kieran Yanner. Put target creature card from the graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. That creature is a black zombie in addition to its other types, its other color and types. Okay, so this might be a reprint, I'm not sure. If not, there's a card that's like exactly like this. Very cool. Looks like I got a plant skeleton. Throw this in the skeleton pile. Very cool. Walking through the graveyard. Looks like 2 skeletons just died on these roots and they're taking it over. Very nice depth to the picture. Love the up front. Got the other one. Another headstone, another headstone, another headstone. Beautiful. First layer, second layer, third layer, fourth layer, on. Beautiful work. You can tell, I think he's controlling it. He's just there for the ride. Probably like, hey, put me down. And he's just marching along the graveyard, I guess. 1 a black and a green. Morn Willow. It is by Jeff Simpson. It is a 3/2 with haste. It is a plant skeleton and delirium. When Morn Willow enters the battlefield, if there are 4 or more card types among cards in your graveyard, creatures with power 2 or less can't block this turn. So if they have a bunch of tokens out, you might be able to get the finisher in, attack them directly, and lots of great things. Very cool. Not a bad Delirium. And very interesting art. I really like it. And the flavor text is none. There is none on this one. The next card I got is a Vampire Knight. Another vampire. Very dark card. I really like the very last glimpse of sunlight. Or maybe that's the sun coming up. He's got like it looks like an enchanted blade. Markov Crusader. 4 and a black. Looks like he's about to finish. Actually, no, he's just riding into battle. I think on this horse, the horse perspective of it, his nose is up here, a little cut off a bit. Follow it back, you see him, sword in the arm, in the sky, purple there. Very nice lighting, like the Oreo effect. Just with a little bit of light. Without that light, it wouldn't be as balanced, I don't think. Very nice, drawn to the whiteness of him. Honestly, beautiful picture. Wish I could see more of the horse's features, but that's okay. 4 and a black, Vampire Knight with lifelink. It's a 4/3. Markov Crusader has haste as long as you control another vampire. So if this is a vampire deck, boom, he's pretty much got haste and lifelink. Where's flying? Oh, if only he was on a Pegasus. The surviving members of the Markov bloodline drove through a crush of horrors to reclaim their ancestral home. So it looks like they just went back from battle or got into battle and they got their home back. And looks like the rare I got is some sort of Gideon card. Looks like Gideon and looks like people there. Collective effort, 1 and 2 white. Escalate. Tap and untap creature you control. Pay this cost for each mode chosen beyond the first. Interesting, so you can choose one or more. Destroy target creature's power 4 or greater. Destroy target enchantment. Put a 1/1 counter on each creature target player controls. Very cool. So there's quite a few choices. And if you have 3 untapped, if you have 2 untapped creatures and you want to tap them, you can get all 3 of them. So that's pretty cool. And it looks like you got Gideon in the background. Has his shield up. I'm not sure what he's doing. Did he throw something? Or is he just like telling the people behind him to hold? I'm not sure. He looks pretty clean compared to those zombies. I think the zombies are people. Very interesting art in person. I'm drawn to him first, then I see them, and then I kind of see these swirls around and notice the wind, and it's just very beautiful art. And I think there's flip cards. Yes, there is flip cards. Very cool. Midnight Scavengers. Too bad it's not a werewolf. They look like they're about to just go on their pillage for the night. He looks quite excited with the shovel on the back. He's just admiring it, and she's getting the torch into the grave. They is grave robbers. Looks like they're digging up to get the gold. 4 and a black human rogue. When Midnight Scavenger enters the battlefield, you may return target creature card with a mana cost 3 or less from your graveyard to your hand. It's a 3/3, and on the back it's a 5/6. Melds with the Graf Rat. And on the back, now this is something interesting. Now this is an Eldrazi. Okay. Melds with Graf Rats. So I assume Graf Rats is the other half of this card. Now this is cool. I haven't seen this since like an unset where they had that one like big BAMC big blank mother creature or something. This is half of a card. You can tell what it has. The other half would be a bummer if you just got the art, but it would make you wonder what it does. This creature is an Eldrazi horror. I do not know the name of it. I don't know why, but this makes me excited. Very cool. It has haste, menace. This creature can't be blocked except by 2 or more creatures. When Chittering Host, that's the name, enters the battlefield, other creatures you control get +1/+0 and gain menace until end of turn. Very interesting flip card. Very interesting indeed. And I also got a placeholder and, hey look, not an Eldrazi Sky token, but a plant token. Very cool. Well, that was my first Eldrazi Eldritch Moon pack. Hope you guys enjoyed, and thanks for stopping by, and have a wonderful day.